Hey everybody, this is Will here from Infinity Muscle, and I am a certified personal trainer with NASM. I'm here to talk to you about balance training. The very first step to balance training is a tandem stance. My left foot is directly in front of my right. You could do this either way, and you need to keep your feet in line and try to balance for 30 seconds, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Closing your eyes is going to make this harder. The picture here on the screen is the 5 points of the kinetic chain, and they are challenged greatly during balance training. These are the 3 systems of your body that are used during balance training: vision, vestibular, and somatosensory. What you can see me performing right here is a single leg balance. When you are balancing with one leg, you want to be sure that you keep your feet pointing straight ahead. Your knees should be in line with the second and third toes. Your hips should be level in a neutral position. Your shoulders should be in a neutral position, not protracted or elevated. And your head should be with the cervical spine in a neutral position. These are all 5 points of your kinetic chain. I'm challenging my somatosensory system by not using shoes while I'm balancing. And I'm also balancing on a foam padding, so it's a little bit more unstable than a firm floor. As in any type of training, you want to progress slowly, starting with the basics, going from simple to complex. First, you want to start with 2 legs on a stable surface. Then you want to start with a wide stance, then go to a narrow stance. Then you can go to a tandem stance with the heel to toe, as I showed earlier. You can go with a single leg balancing on a stable surface. Once you've progressed that far, you can go to 2 legs on an unstable surface. And then eventually, the single leg on the unstable surface. You can use different balancing equipments too. Unstable surfaces like a balance beam, a half foam roll, foam pad, a wobble board, a Bosu ball, things like that. Closing your eyes, opening them, they'll challenge your vision system, and changing the modality of what you're balancing on will change how much you're challenging your somatosensory system. You can also move around in different planes of motion, starting with sagittal, which is forward and back, progressing to frontal, which is side to side, and then eventually transverse like this, rotating around. And here, I'm balancing on a Bosu ball. I'm keeping my heels flat. I'm sitting in my hips. They are breaking parallel. I'm keeping a neutral spine, or I'm trying to, and I'm keeping my arms forward. This would be an example of dynamic balance training. I'm using 2 legs, and I'm trying to balance my center of mass over an ever-changing base of support. And that would be the definition of dynamic balance. Semi-dynamic balance would be being on a stationary base of support like a skateboard, but that base of support is ever-changing, which obviously skateboards move. I'm about to perform pistol squats, which would be single leg balance, and it would be a static balance because the base of support is not changing. But I am challenging my somatosensory because I'm doing it on a foam padding. But I made it a little bit easier for myself. As you can see, I put shoes on. I cannot quite yet do the pistol squats with no shoes on a foam padding. Now, if I had a carpet or hardwood floor, I could do it with my socks on. Now, I haven't even explained the benefits of balance training. Here are a few. For starters, it improves your neuromuscular control. It also improves your balance after cardio. If you're like me and you're an avid runner or jogger, you're all too familiar with the loss of equilibrium after a long session on the treadmill or on the streets. It improves your activities of daily living, or ADLs. It decreases self-reporting disability in older adults. It improves your lower extremity strength. And get this, it even improves landing mechanics during plyometrics. Give it a shot, it's worth it, and I strongly recommend it. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thank you guys.